Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Oh my, 1 second. Share. Where is my browser? Can you see my browser, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Oh, take. Okay, nice. Thank you. Without much difficulty. Yeah. So, uh, what we'll do today, as Prabhuji just now said, Simeshwar Prabhu, 70 and 71st shloka. Let me go there, 70 and 71. Yeah, yes, 69. There is a link between 65, 66, 67, and this chapter is like the confidential reasons for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are external and internal reasons. These internal reasons are called confidential reasons for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So one of the extra, anybody on the call would say one of the external reasons why Mahaprabhu appeared?
To give a Raj Prema, to establish the Yoga Dharma,
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mataji.
to
So to
inspire
establish the Yuga Dharma,
and Advaita
yes.
Acharya prayer.
Yeah, based on Advaita Acharya's prayers, because Advaita Acharya has seen the atrocities in the world, he could not bear that. Then he immediately started praying to Supreme Lord to advent in this yuga, and he used to pray with the Shaligram Shila with Tulsi leaves, Ganges water, and based on his prayers, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to eliminate the what you call the Kali Yuga problems in Kali Yuga. Patita Pavan avatar, Patita Pavan, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dayakara More, Tumabina Ke Dayalu Jagat Samsare. So that is how Jagat Samsar, for the betterment of the world, Mahaprabhu came. One of the external. And anybody tell one of the internal reasons why Mahaprabhu came? Confidential pastimes?
To experience Radharani's pleasure,
Absolutely.
understand the mood of Radharani or
You,
happiness.
you should be giving the class. I don't know why I'm giving class.
No,
So,
Prabhuji.
yeah, that's right, Mataji, absolutely. So, the separation that the through mood, when Srimati Radharani was constantly serving Krishna, that Krishna was like fascinated why she's serving me all the time. When she was looking at Krishna, Srimati Radharani was not able to even blink her eye because she's so totally enthralled, captured by the beauty of Krishna. And she is the super devotee of Krishna. Then Krishna, then, like a God has a problem. What the problem God has? Everybody is loving me. I want to feel the symptoms of the devotee. Okay, then he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, combination of Radha and Krishna. That's one of the internal reasons. Okay, so now because we are reading internal reasons and also the Radhastami is coming, right? You know the date of Radhastami?
Next week.
Next week,
Not
Radhastami.
this weekend, but a week
Right,
after.
next weekend, exactly. So, in Gaudiya Sampradaya, we have Janmastami, Nityanda Trayodashi, Balram Jayanti, Radhastami, one of the festivals, big festivals after the Janmastami. Radhastami is also celebrated very vibrantly in the Gaudiya Sampradaya because we are the we are the servants of Srimati Radharani. Right? We serve Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani would give blessings from Krishna to go back to Godhead. So Srimati Radharani is very. So what we will do today, we will see what is her role and how she is like placed in the Gaudiya Sampradaya, what is her position, what is her glories, and how she attracted to Krishna, how the pastimes goes on. Okay? So this sloka says, Tayorapi Bayor Madhye Radhika Sarvadhika Mahabhava Swarupeyam Gunair Ativarshasi. So the translation of Prabhupada ki jai. Of the two gopis, Radharani and Chandravali, Srimati Radharani is superior in all respects. She is the embodiment of Mahabhava and she surpasses all in good qualities. The one thing. Here, Prabhupada provides this quotation from the Sri Rupa Goswami's Ujjvala Nilamani. So, this is one of some of the literature produced by Rupa Sanatana Goswami's Sandigdha Madhava, Vidagdha Madhava, Ujjvala Nilamani, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion. All these, one of them Ujjvamani, he is quoting from there and is comparing between Srimati Radharani and Chandravali, they are cousin sisters, and Radharani's love is highest. We'll go through, read more details on this one. And 71 is Krishna Prema Bhavita Yanara Chitendriya Kaya Krishna Nija Shakti Radha Kridhara Sahaya. Translation Prabhupada Ki Jai. Her mind, senses, body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy and she helps him in his pastimes. Like Balram helps in Krishna's pastimes. With Radharani also helps in pastimes. So we'll read quickly purport, then I found a very good article by Prabhupada, then we'll read that article and understand all these concepts. So purport here is, Mataji, want to read Mataji? For first
Sure.
line? Go ahead.
Sure. Read. Purport by Srimati Radharani is a fully spiritual as Krishna. No one should consider her to be material. She is definitely not like the conditioned soul, who have a material bodies, gross and subtle, covered by material senses. She is also spiritual, and both her body and her mind are of the same spiritual embodiment. Because her body is spiritual, her senses are also spiritual. Thus, her body, mind, and senses fully shines in love of Krishna. She is the personified Halidini Shakti, the pleasure-giving energy of Lord internal potency. And therefore, she is the only source of enjoyment for Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna. Go ahead, the next paragraph.
I'll ask someone else. Any volunteers? Any volunteers on the call? Would read the second paragraph? Okay, you go ahead, Mataji.
Sri Krishna cannot enjoy anything that is internally different from him. Therefore, Radha and Sri Krishna are identical. The Sandhini portion of the Sri Krishna internal potency has manifested all attractive form of Sri Krishna and the same internal potency in Halidini feature has presented Srimati Radharan, who is the attraction for all attractive. No one can match Srimati Radharani in a transcendental pastime of Sri Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Prabhupada is beautiful. You all must be attending these classes. There are three internal energies of Lord Sri Krishna because Krishna has three energies: internal, external, and marginal. Tatastha Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti. So Antaranga Shakti, internal parts of Krishna, has been divided into three forms. That is Sandhini, Samvit, and Ladini. Right? Sandhini, Samvit, Ladini. I think you are all are know more than me because I've been attending all these classes regularly.
Yeah,
So this, what is that?
we describe as a Satchitanand. Sandhini is a Sat.
Right. Yeah. Sandhini, Ladini, Sandhini, Samvit, and Ladini Shaktis. So these three Shaktis are also connected with Sat, Chit, Ananda potency. Right? Ladini Shakti. First of all, we have Sandhini Shakti. That is the eternal present. Prabhupada writes, Krishna's paraphernalia, expansions, his mother, father, everything is a Sandhini Shakti. Then Samvit Shakti is like the cognizant, knower of everything, cognizance, knowledge. And Ladini Shakti is basically internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna, Srimati Radharani, Mahabhava Swarupini. Okay, so I found a very good article by I'll just all these concepts and the essence of these two shlokas have been described here very nicely. Can you see this one?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, the article name. This is from 2015, 18th September, Sri another Ekadashi day. And these are the glories of Srimati
Radharani.
Radharani. So here, the crest jewel among Krishna's lovers, Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Swami Thakur. We know who is this? He is a
Prabhupada's
Prabhupada's spiritual master. Who is Srimati Radharani by Sri Krishna, the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami? Who is this person?
who wrote for the
Caitanya
Caritamrita.
Caritamrita. Absolutely. Devotional service in conjugal love is divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay, our Prabhupada. Sri Radhikastakam, 8 prayers glorified by Sri Radhika Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. You know who is Raghunath Das Goswami? He is one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Okay, so this is like it takes about 1 hour time. We'll try to finish as much as we can here. So all the concepts on this, I was going through all the whole article I went through. Exactly whatever Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explained in 1771 shloka, beautifully explained here. Okay, we'll go step by step and see how much we can cover. So the crest jewel among Krishna's lovers. This is by Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur. So 16,000 gopis were present and serving Sri Krishna in the Rasa dance arena. By his inconceivable potency, the Lord of all mystic power, Sri Krishna, expanded himself in many forms and by placing himself between two gopis, enjoyed the Rasa dance with his maid servants. Seeing this, Srimati became little angry. Who is that Srimati? Srimati Radha Rani. She thought, am I not the topmost maidservant of Sri Krishna? Can Sri Krishna life go on without me? 16,000 gopis can serve him in every way. These 16,000 maidservants have given up everything for Sri Govinda. Their adherence to worldly etiquette and Vedic injunctions, their family relationships, their modesty, their patience, their attempts to please their relatives and fear of their relatives' chastisement. See how the gopis have, when the Krishna on the uh, when he played flute, all the gopis coming running, giving up everything, their families, their husbands, their in-laws, their children, they came just for love for Krishna. Is what, no? Adherence to worldly etiquette and Vedic injunction, family relationship, their modesty, their patience, their attempts to please the relatives and fear of their relatives' chastisement, they are gratifying Krishna's senses. So their only duty is to gratify Krishna's senses. They give everything. Whatever happens to us, we don't care. That is the love they have for Krishna. If Sri Krishna can leave all of them for my sake, then I will think I am a real maid servant of Krishna. This Srimati Radharani is thinking this way. Thinking like this, Srimati Radharani left the Rasa dance arena. We all know what happens next. But then Sri Krishna, Rasa Lila suddenly stopped. She, for whom everything is carried out and for whom the very Rasa dance pastimes is enacted and without whom the Rasa festival would not have even begun. Why wouldn't Krishna stop his Rasa dance in her absence? Because Krishna immediately, when Srinivardhana disappeared from this, he stopped and he also disappeared from the Rasa dance. Soon, Govinda too left the Rasa arena to search for his dearest heroine, that is Srimati Radharani. Then all the gopis said to one another, "O friend, Krishna left us and took Radha to a secluded place. Therefore, she must have worshipped the Supreme Lord more than all of us, because Krishna clearly sees our bhakti. whereas more bhakti is attracted. So their gopis are thinking, oh, Krishna left. Because Krishna is also the crest jewel. When 16,100 gopis are dancing, he expanded himself into 16,100 Krishnas. That is a Krishna. Every gopi is between every two gopis, Krishna is dancing. If you look at here. So every gopi is thinking that Krishna is dancing with me only. And then immediately Radharani left and he left the rasa dance immediately. So without Sri Radhika, all other gopis combined cannot give Krishna pleasure. Look at that. The Radharani's place here explained very beautifully. Without Sri Radhika, all other gopis combined cannot give Krishna pleasure. Rather, all other gopis are there simply to enhance the mellows of Krishna's sporting activities with Sri Radhika, Radha. In his Gita Govind, Sri Jayadeva Goswami writes, I just leave this shloka here. Lord Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, took Srimati Radharani within his heart, for he desired to dance with her. Thus he left the rasa arena of the rasa dance and the company of all other beautiful damsels of Raja. That is Krishna's. That's a attraction from the Srimati Radha Rani. So here, the crest jewel among the all lovers is Srimati Radhika. That is her position. Then
So
who is
Radharani had a spiritual enemy with other gopis.
what?
He had a spiritual enemy, or she was spiritually envy means I do not know, but she was envy the other gopis, right?
I don't know. In
What
the
would
spiritual
you
we call
what I do
envy.
not know what to say. In material life we say envy, but I do
Yeah,
not
but
know
in the
what to say.
spiritual it's a love. Who has more love, Krishna attracted to them. So the combined effect all the gopis is not even equal to Srimati Radharani's love. That's why Krishna left her dance. Look at that. Then he left Arina dance as the company of all other beautiful damsels of Radha. Because Krishna, the enemy of Kamsa, took Srimati Radharani with his heart, her desired dance with her. Thus he left the arena. So that's how Srimati Radharani plays. That means she's a what you call
Topmost power.
most sacred gopi of all who attracts Krishna. That's why she is also called Madana Mohana Mohini. Krishna is called Madan Mohan, and Madana Mohana Mohini is Srimati Radharani. Okay. Then we are done with Srimati Radhani here. Four kinds of devotees are the receptacles of the four kinds of mellows in love of Godhead. We know how we four kinds of mellows. One is servitude, friendship, parental affection, and conjugal love. Right? And each kind of devotee thinks their sentiment is greatest. But if we compare the sentiments in an impartial mode, we find that the conjugal sentiment is superior to all the sweetness. That is conjugal love. What is the relation between Krishna and Radha?
Radha.
Increasing love is experienced in various tastes, one above another. But that love which has the highest taste in the gradual session of desire manifests itself in the form of conjugal love. That is between Radha and Krishna. Therefore, I call it Madhurya Rasa. That's called conjugal love is called Madhurya Rasa. It has two further divisions, namely wedded and unwedded love. There is a great increase of mellow in the unwedded conjugal love because when we have a boy and girl engaged, they're more involved in talking every day on the phone before marriage, right? Because that the love in separation that's called love in vipralambha. This love in separation is more here. The great increase of a mellow in the unwedded conjugal mood. Such love is found nowhere but in Vraja. This mood is unbounded in the damsels of Raja. But among them it finds its perfection in Sri Radhika. Her pure, mature love surpasses that all others. So this is the position of Radharani. Her love mature passes everyone. Her love is the cause of Lord Krishna's tasting the sweetness of conjugal relationship. Because she is called Radhani Shakti, internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna. Actually, Radha, Krishna, Aninahi, they are not different. One body, actually, one soul, one person becoming two. Because Krishna's internal potency has been manifested as Srimati Radharani, the pleasure potency of Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, Lord Gauranga, who is Srihari himself, accepted the sentiments of Radha and thus fulfilled his own desire. So, Lord Sri Krishna had the desire, then he came as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accepting the color of Srimati Radharani, mood of Srimati Radharani, the serving mode, he became Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods, the goal of the Upanishads, to be all and end of all of great sages, the beautiful shelter of his devotees, and the essence of the love of the lotus-eyed gopis. Will he again be the object of my vision? Lord Krishna desired to taste the limitless nectarian mellows of the love of the one of his multitude of loving damsels, Sirada. And so he assumed the form of Lord Chaitanya. So we know this internal purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wanted to feel the ecstatic symptoms of Srimati Radharani in the form of a devotee. See, beautifully, my spiritual master says, but all human beings want to become a god. We all want to become a god. We want to imitate God. We want to become God. But God is trying to imitate us. Look at the beauty here. Mahaprabhu said, Krishna, he wanted to become as a pure devotee, as a devotee. But devotees are trying to become a god. There's a difference. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he want to become an ordinary devotee, express his love in the mood of Srimati Radharani to Krishna. He has tasted the loving love while hiding his own dark complexion with her effulgence yellow color. That is the golden avatar Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the form. The loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. This is very important. The affairs between Krishna is not compared with the mundane desires here. Very, very a transcendental manifestation of Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency, Srimati Radharani. The more Krishna feels happy, the more Krishna gets ecstatic, the Radharani's form becomes more and more beautiful. Why? Because the pleasure potency of Krishna is Srimati Radharani. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, they separated themselves eternally. They are one in identity, but they are separated as Radha and Krishna. That's why when you put deities even in the temple also, we put Radha Krishna very close. We don't separate them too far. But they're never separated anywhere. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Radha and Krishna are one in the same. Look at that. Radha Krishna. These are coming from the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, all the so Kavi Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is writing this one. Radha and Krishna are one and the same. But they have assumed two bodies. Thus they enjoy each other, tasting the mellows of love. Now, to enjoy rasa, they have appeared in one body as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srimati Radhika is the transformation of Krishna's love. This is what I'm saying. Radhika is a transformation. How much pleasure, the more pleasure potency Krishna has, the more beautiful Srimati Radharani looks. Means that is the manifestation of his pleasure come in the form of Srimati Radharani. She is internal energy called Ladini. That Ladini energy gives Krishna pleasure and nourishes his devotees because of the internal potency Ladini Shakti. That is one which is nourishing all the devotees of the Lord, right? The pleasure potency of Lord Sri Krishna, that is Sat Ananda potency. The Ananda potency, because Sat and Chit is everywhere. But if there is no Ananda, there is no happiness. Love of God comes from Ananda potency. Ananda, Ladini Shakti, Srimati Radharani. That is what other sampradayas miss this. Gaudiya Sampradaya fully with Srimati Radharani because we wanted to feel the experience of the love of Godhead. That's the Prabhupada says, love of Godhead, love of Godhead. Where it comes from? It comes from Srimati Radharani, which is internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna. Lord Krishna's body is eternal, Sat, full of knowledge, Chit, full of bliss, Ananda, full of bliss, sorry, so it means full of knowledge. His one spiritual energy manifests three forms. Ladini is, Ladini. is aspect of bliss, Sandhini, of eternal existence, and Samvit, cognizance, means all awareness, which is also accepted as knowledge. Yeah. Oh Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes modes which causes happiness, misery, and mixtures of the two do not exist in you. Ladini, Sandhini, and Samvit exist in you as one spiritual energy. See, when you take material energy, all this knowledge of happiness, distress, this that comes. But in the Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha, Sat is eternal, Chit all knowledgeable, Ananda bliss potency. There is no question of mixing the material modes, etc. That's why Krishna on the Shuddha Sattva platform. Shuddham, Visuddham, Vasudeva Tattvam. Krishna is on the Vasudeva. What is the meaning of Vasudeva platform? The consciousness which elevates the out of three modes of material nature, Nirguna platform. That is called Shuddham, Vishuddham. That is the Vasudeva platform. In this Vasudeva platform, everything has these Satchit Ananda potencies. Everything is eternal. Everything is spiritual. There is nothing like material anything in that. And in the Vasudeva platform. But the material for you have no material qualities. The essential portion of Sandhini potency is Shuddha Sattva, as I said, pure. The Sandhini is basically all the paraphernalia and all eternal, these things are on the Shuddha Sattva platform. That means everything is spiritual. Krishna, his abode, his parents, his paraphernalia, his planet, everything is spiritual. That means that exists forever. There is no effect of three modes of material nature. Lord Krishna's existence rests upon it. Krishna's existence rests upon it. And also his devotees rest on that, on his parents, his paraphernalia. Krishna's mother, father, abode, house, bedding, seats, and no, and so on are all transformations of the Shuddha Sattva. In the Shuddha Sattva platform, there is no difference between person and object. In the Shuddha, in the spiritual form, Nama Namino. There's no difference between Krishna and his name, and his parents, his paraphernalia. Everything is in absolute nature. The condition of pure goodness, Shuddha Sattva, in which the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed without any covering, is called Vasudeva. The people call he is in Vasudeva platform. What does it mean? That means he is completely immersed in the Vasudeva platform. No material qualities are affecting him. In the second chapter, he says, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. Hey, Mr. Arjun, you are lamenting, hey, crying, all these things on the three modes of material nature. Just rise above these modes of material nature, come to the Vasudeva platform, then you see everything is a spiritual. In that pure state, the Supreme Godhead, who is beyond material senses and who is known as Vasudeva, is perceived by mind. The essence of the Samvit potency is knowledge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. Knowledge. What is that knowledge? Krishna knows everything. Chit. Sat, Chit. All knowledgeable. All other kinds of knowledge, such as knowledge of Brahman or its components. All these now, for example, we have Brahman realization, we have Paramatma realization. That's the simple components. But ultimate component is Ananda, blissfulness. So the essence of the Ladini potency is love of God. This is Prabhupada gave us. No other Sampradaya gives this one. Gaudiya Sampradaya, love of Godhead. The essence of love of God is emotion, bhava. Bhava, when you go to the bhava, ado saddha tata sadhu sangha bhajana kriyanada nivrutti, asakti, nishta, something like that. When you go to the bhava level, bhava will on the when he is in bhava means what? You are completely on the spiritual planet. You are seeing the symptoms of the love of God. It's a preliminary stage of love of God. It's called bhava. You are in that bhava stage, fully immersed in the Vasudeva platform. And the ultimate development of emotion is Mahabhava. Completely on the Vasudeva platform. See, Radha Thakurani is the embodiment of Mahabhava. She is the crest jewel of that one. And she is a repository of all good qualities and the crest jewel among the all lovely consorts of Lord Sri Krishna. That's only Srimati Radharani can be, it can give that Mahabhava Swarupini Srimati Radharani. So that's why our prayers are sincere prayers to Srimati Radharani. In Mahamantra also, we say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare mantra means Srimati Radharani, the internal potency of Lord Sri Krishna, equally give an importance name like Krishna, equal number of times. She represents 50% of Mahamantra as well. So she is very, very important. Without her mercy, we cannot get Krishna. Of these two gopis, there are two gopis, who Radharani and Chandravali. Srimati Radharani is the superior in all aspects. She is the embodiment of Mahabhava and she surpasses all in good qualities. This is what we read in the Shloka 77, 71. She surpasses all good qualities. Her mind, senses, and body are steeped in love for Krishna. Srimati Radharani is always trying to serve Krishna, every capacity. She was cursing eyelids. Why this Brahma created eyelids for me? Because the moment I blink my eye, I'm not seeing Krishna. I'm missing him. She is Krishna's own energy and she helps him in his pastimes. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who resembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the existence of her bodily form, and who are imbued and permeated with ever ecstatic potency, Ladani Shakti. This from Brahma Samhita, one of the shlokas. Their companions are her confidants, whose body, blissful spiritual. This is Srimati Radharani, completely absorbed in serving Krishna. The beloved consort of Lord Krishna are of three kinds. There are three kinds. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, etc., goddess of fortune. The queens of Dwarka, and the milkmaids of Raja, the gopis of Raja. All these are consorts of the Lord Sri Krishna. Who are the foremost of all? The consorts of all proceed from Radhika. Just as a fountainhead, Lord Krishna is the cause of all incarnations. So Sri Radhika is the cause of all consorts. So everybody, gopis and queens, everybody is the expansion of Srimati Radhika. Right? Satyabhama and Rukmini. Satyabhama is, I think, if I remember, Satyabhama is like kind of incarnation of Radhika or something like that. I don't want to say anything without confirmation, but that's how all the gopis and uh, all the queens of Dwaraka, all the expansions of Srimati Radha Rani. Radha Rani is the fountainhead. Like Krishna is the fountainhead of all incarnations, Srimati Radha Rani is the fountainhead of all the expansions of gopis and all the princes of Vrindavan, Dvaraka. The goddess of fortune are partial manifestations of Radhika. Look at that. Goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, partial manifestation of Srimati Radhika. And the queens are the reflections of her image. This is what said. The queens from the Dwaraka are the reflections of the image of Srimati Radhika. The goddess of fortune and her plenary portions, and they display the forms of Vibhava Vilasa, the goddess of fortune, and her plenary expansions, portions, and they display forms of Vibhava Vilasa. The queens are of the nature of Vibhava Vila, Vibhava Prakasha. Right? Look at that, everything emanating from Srimati Radhika. The Vraja Devis have diverse bodily features. They are her expansions and are instruments for expanding rasa. Because in the Vraja, all the gopis are trying to serve Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani is trying to serve Krishna. And all the manjaris, right? Our Rupa Goswami, the Rupa Manjari, the manjaris are serving gopis, right? How that is our Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who are Rupa Anagas, is a Rupa Manjari in the spiritual world. and our Sanatana Goswami, Lavanga Manjari in the spiritual world. They have their identities in the spiritual world. They come here to help us. Her expansions and the instruments for expanding rasa. Without many consorts, there is no such exaltation in rasa. Therefore, there are many, many manifestations of Srimati Radharani to assist in the Lord's pastime. To assist Lord pastimes, Srimati Radharani expanded herself into gopis, queens, etc., and Braja gopis as well to help in Krishna. This is her service to Krishna. Always make him happy. Among them are various groups of consorts in Raja who have varieties of sentiments and mellows. They help Lord Krishna taste all the sweetness of the rasa dance and other pastimes. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda. Look at that. Who is the Radha? Who gives the pleasure to Govinda. The definition of Govinda itself is that giving pleasure to all the senses. And she is also the enchanters of Govinda. She is the be bear of all and end of all. She is the be all and end all of Govinda. And she is the crest jewel of his consorts. Out of all, Radhika is the crest jewel, highest. The transcendental goddess Srimati Radharani is the direct counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. She is the central figure of all the goddess of fortune. She possesses all the attractiveness to attract all attractive personality of Godhead. Madana Mohana Mohini. Krishna is called Madan Mohan, and she is called Madana Mohana Mohini. She attracts Cupid of Cupid. She is the primeval internal potency of Lord Krishna. Her worship, Aradhana, consists of fulfilling the desires of Lord Krishna. Therefore, the Puranas call her Radhika. Truly, the personality of Godhead has been worshipped by her. Look at that. Truly, the personality of God has been worshipped by her. Therefore, Lord Govinda, being pleased, has brought her to a lonely spot. From Rasa dance, they came to lonely spot, leaving all behind. Therefore, Radha is Parama Devata. Because when she appeared on the Rasa and disappeared suddenly, Krishna disappeared. Where is my Radhika? Where is my Radhika? He Lord brought her to lonely space. The supreme goddess, as she is worshipped for everyone, she is the protectors of all, and she is the mother of the entire universe. Radha is the original source of all the goddess of fortune. She fully represents the six opulences of Krishna. Look at that. Every quality Krishna has, she has it. Therefore, she is the supreme energy of Lord Krishna. Energy. The supreme energy of Krishna is Srimati Radhika. All beauty and luster rest in her body. All the Lakshmis derive their beauty from her. Lakshmi Devi is so beautiful. Where are getting all her beauty? From Radhika. All the desires of Lord Krishna rest in Srimati Radharani. Look at that. All the desires of Krishna rest in Srimati. Srimati Radhika fulfills all the desires of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna enchants the world, but Sri Radhika enchants even him. Look at that. How beautiful this Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writing. Radhika, Krishna enchants the world. Radhika enchants Krishna. Hmm? Therefore, she is the supreme goddess of all. Sri Radha is the full power, and Lord Krishna is the possessor of full power. The two are non-different. As evidenced by the revealed scriptures, they are indeed the same, just as musk and its scent are inseparable. We never separate Radha Krishna. We never worship Krishna alone. We never worship Radhika alone. We always divine couple together, Radha Krishna together. Recently, we had attended so many Varalakshmi Vratam pujas. Especially South India, Varalakshmi Vratam is very famous, especially in Andhra, right? I attended 2, 3. Putting Lakshmi, I said, no. I said, next year, please, put Narayan. Lakshmi without Narayan becomes Chanchal Lakshmi. She runs away. Where is my husband? Where is my husband? Hmm? Or as fire and its heat are non-different. Thus Radhika and Lord Krishna are one. Yet they have taken two forms to enjoy mellows of pastimes. Because Krishna getting bored, he created one more Srimati Radharani for the pastimes. Okay. Devotional service in conjugal love. This is by our Divine Grace Prabhupada writing. A pure devotee attracts to Krishna in conjugal love is called devotional service in conjugal love. This is called the fourth one, right? The conjugal love. Although such conjugal feelings are not at all material, there is some similarity between the spiritual love and the material activities. Therefore, a person who are interested only in material activities are unable to understand the spiritual conjugal love. Yes, because we connect our mundane love, sexual activity, and we compare with this conjugal, there is no comparison. There is no comparison. This is zero. It's totally false. Because there's no love in the material world. Lust only, Arjuna, here only. Because the loving nature in the spiritual world comes and contaminated with the three modes of material nature, that love becomes lust. Similarly, our capacity of serving the Supreme Lord has originally service mode. When the service mode contaminates the three modes of material nature, that service mode becomes sense gratification. Okay? Conjugal, and these devotional reciprocations appear very mysterious to them. Rupa Goswami, therefore, describes conjugal love very briefly. Rupa Goswami, our we are Rupanagas, our Acharya. The impetus of conjugal love are Krishna and his very dear consorts, such as Radharani and her immediate associates. Lord Krishna has no rival, no one is equal to him, and no one is greater than him. His beauty is also without any rival. And because he excels all other in the pastimes of conjugal love, he is the original object of conjugal love. The characteristics of Lord Sri Krishna beautifully. Advaitam, Achyutam, Anadim, Anantarupam. Only Krishna, nobody. Second to none. Achyuta, Advaitam, there is no second. Krishna is the supreme. In the Gita Govind, Jayadeva Goswami, one gopi tells her friend, look at that's beautiful. In the Gita Govind, the Jayadeva Goswami, one gopi tells her friend, Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure within this universe. His body is as soft as the lotus flower, and his free behavior with the gopis, which appears exactly like a young boy attraction to young girl, is a subject matter of transcendental conjugal love. Okay, here is where we misunderstand. When the moment is young boy, young girl, our desire goes something different, which is not right. It's a subject matter of transcendental conjugal love, pure love. A pure devotee follows in the footsteps of the gopis and worship the gopis as follows. Let me offer my respect obeisances to all the young cowherd girls whose bodily features are so attractive. Simply by their beautiful attractive features, they are worshipping the supreme personality of Godhead Krishna. Out of all the young gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most prominent. So Srimati Radharani is also gopi. Of all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the prominent. Right? The beauty of Srimati Radharani is described as follows. Her eyes defeat the attractive features of the eyes of the chakora bird. What is the chakora bird? These birds, I'll just show in the sloka. If you read, you all know this song. Vibhavari Shisha Loka Preshita. In this sloka, this is written by Bhakti Thakur, writes the last line, Jamuna Jivana Keli Parayana Manasa Chandra Chakora. Namasudara Gava Krishna Jasa Rako Vachana Manamora. So this is the song we do every morning in Vrindavan. The Gurukul students sing. Vivavari Shisha Loka Pravesha Nidrachari Vota Jiva Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hayagriva. In this last, Vinod Thakur writes, Manasa Chandra Chakora means these are Chakora birds. They only subsist on the moonlight. When they see moonlight, their stomach is filled. In the same way, here, Prabhupada writing, the beauty of Srimati Radharan is described as follows. Her eyes defeat the attractive features of the eyes of the Chakori bird. When one sees the face of the Radharani, he immediately hates the beauty of the moon. Her body complexion defeats the beauty of gold. Look at that. Her body complexion is much better than the gold. Thus, let us all look upon the transcendental beauty of Srimati Radharani. Krishna's attraction for Radharani is described by Krishna himself. Thus, when I create some Krishna making, when I create some joking phrases in order to enjoy the beauty of Radharani, Radharani hears these joking words with great attention. But by her bodily features and conjugal counter words, she neglects me. And I even possess unlimited pleasure by her neglect of me. For she becomes so beautiful that she increases my pleasure 100 times. Look at that. This is a rasa between Srimati Radharani and Krishna. A similar statement can be found in the Gita Govind, wherein it is said that when the enemy of Kamsa, Sri Krishna, embraces Srimati Radharani, he immediately becomes entangled in loving condition and gives up the company of all other gopis. That much love Srimati Radharani has for Krishna. In the Pajyavali of Rupa Goswami, it is stated when gopis hear the sound of Krishna's flute, they immediately forgot all the rebukes offered by the elderly members of their families. They forgot their defamation and the harsh behavior of their husbands. Their only thought is to go out in search of Krishna. When the gopis meet Krishna, the display of their exchanges glances as well as their jokings and laughings behavior is called anubhava or sub-ecstasy in conjugal love. When they heard the Bamshi Bhatt, when Krishna is playing flute, all the gopis came midnight, leaving, giving up everything. Their husband, their children, somebody was cooking in between, they sab chhod ke, they went to Krishna because they want to satisfy Krishna. Okay, in the Lalita Madhava, one of the Lalita Madhava and Vidagdha Madhava, written by, I think, Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami is one of them. Rupa Goswami, it is Rupa Goswami, explains the movements of Krishna eyebrows are just like the Yamuna, and that the smiling of Radharani is just like the moonshine. When the Yamuna and the moonshine come in contact on the bank of the river, the water tastes like the nectar, and drinking it gives great satisfaction. It is a cooling as piles of snow. Similarly, in the Pajyavali, one constant companion of Radharani says, my dear moon-faced Radharani, your whole body appears very content, yet there are signs of tears in your eyes. Your speech is faltering, and your chest is also heaving. By all these signs, I can understand that you must have heard the blowing of Krishna's flute. And as a result of this, your heart is now melting. Look at that. When Srimati Radharani he hears the flute of Krishna's voice, all this coming eyes tears from her, and her speech is faltering, and your chest is becoming heavy. That much is attraction for Lord Sri Krishna, Srimati Radharani. In the same Pajyavali, there is a following description which is taken as a sign of frustration in conjugal love. Srimati Radharani said, dear Mr. Cupid, that is Krishna, please do not excite me by throwing your arrows at my body. Dear Mr. Air, please do not arouse me with the fragrance of flowers. I am now bereft of Krishna's loving attitude. And so, under the circumstances, what is the use of my sustaining this useless body? There is no need for such a body by any living entity. This is a sign of frustration in ecstatic love for Krishna. It means Krishna prem nahi, there is no use of this body. We have to understand that how without devotion in our life, without Krishna in our life, we have no meaning in our life. Maybe a billionaire, trillionaire, doesn't matter. Samaya kevalam. Na utpadayed dhiritim shamayabahi kevalam. Na utpadayed, which doesn't generate bhakti for Krishna. Shamayabahi kevalam. It's a donkey's work. I would say donkey's work. Look at that, how similar is feeling about Krishna. Similarly, in Danakeli Kaumudi, Srimati Radharani pointing to Krishna, says, "This clever boy of the forest has the beauty of a bluish lotus flower, and he can attract all the young girls of the universe. Now, after giving me a taste of his transcendental body, he has enthused me, and it is more than I can tolerate. I am now feeling like a female elephant who has been enthused by a male elephant." This is an instance of jubilation in ecstatic love for Krishna. Again, we because we have the contaminated mindset, the moment these words comes, we think mundane sexual activity, which is completely again as this one. The love doesn't involve that factor, lust only. In the spiritual world, everything pure love between Krishna and Radha, pure love. Look at how they're feeling. The steady ecstasy of conjugal love is the original cause of bodily enjoyment. In the Pajavali, the original cause of union is described between Radha, and it tells one of her constant companions, "My dear friend, who is this boy whose eyes lids dancing constantly have increasing the beauty of his face and attracted my desire for conjugal love. His ears are decorated with birds of Ashoka flowers, and he has dressed himself in yellow robes. By the sound of his flute, this boy has already made me impatient." That is, Valdika, that is the devotion she is hankering from Krishna. It's not that she is this or that. The becoming impatient, she want to feel the ecstatic symptom, love for Krishna, love from Krishna. That is what we need to have in a chanting. We are involved in devotional ways. We have to attract the mercy of Krishna. Right? When you go to the temple, you see, go the front line take darshan. Front line we go darshan, pushing everyone. Let me see Krishna, let me see Krishna. Right? A devotee who is matured, they stay in the back of the temple. Let Krishna see me. Right? Right? We have to develop slowly, for those, as we mature in our devotional service, have to develop those slowly. Let me put first, let me go first. Krishna want to see, did my devotee come today? He has to search for us. Again, I'm not saying I'm not that level, but that's the attitude. That is how we have to develop love for Krishna. Krishna sees, did my devotee come to this week to temple? Krishna looking, searching for us. We are not that we are searching for Krishna. Of course, we do search for Krishna through chanting, etc. Finally, Krishna is attracted so much that, did my devotee come to temple? Let me see him, let me see him. If you look at the Radharani's love, the conjugal love of Radha Krishna is never disturbed by any personal consideration. The undisturbed nature of the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna is described as, just a little distance away from Krishna was Mother Yashoda, and the Krishna was surrounded by all of his friends. In front of his eyes was Chandravali, and at the same time, on a chunk of stone in front of the entrance to Vraja stood the demon known as Vatrasura. But even in such circumstances, when Krishna saw Radha Rani standing just behind a bush of many creepers, immediately his beautiful eyebrows moved just like lightning towards her. Look at that. His attraction for Srimati Radharani. Mother Yashoda was there. Hmm? And Chandravali was there. Everybody was there. And what Vrusasura, I don't know what this one, Vrusasura, Rudrasura, Vrusasura is there. But Radharani is somewhere distant, creepers. But his uh, immediate attention went to Srimati Radharani. But she's the pure devotee. Same way in the temple, when we are somewhere, Krishna is looking for us. Where is my devotee? Where is my devotee? Another instance described, on one side of the courtyard, the dead body of Shankrasura was lying, surrounded by many jackals. On the other hand, on the other side were many learned Brahmanas who were all self-controlled. They were offering nice prayers, which were as soothing as the cool breeze in summer. In front of Krishna, Lord Baladeva was standing, causing a cooling effect. But even amid all these different circumstances of soothing and disturbing effects, the lotus flower of ecstatic conjugal love that Krishna felt for Radharani could not be there. That is the love. This love of Krishna for Radharani is often compared to a blooming lotus, blooming lotus. The only difference is that Krishna love remains ever increasingly beautiful. This is the beauty. In the spiritual world, love for Krishna, our Ananda potency keep on increasing. There is no limit. It's a fathomless. In the material creation, anything has a limited time. We cannot enjoy beyond some point because physical enjoyment has a physical limitation. The spiritual enjoyment has infinite. Conjugal love is divided into two portions, Vipralamba and love in separation, and also Sambhoga, love in union. Okay, we'll just leave those things. So here, finally, what we are trying to learn here is that uh, when the lover and the beloved have a distant feeling of not meeting each other, the stage is called Purvaraga. Anyway, just Vipralamba, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the Vipralamba Bhav, that separation in Krishna and union with Krishna. So Vipralamba Bhav has more ecstatic symptoms because and lover and beloved is somewhere in the distant. It's like a before marriage, after engagement, before marriage. They call each other. Right? After marriage, a different story altogether. Like that. Okay, this is how Srimati Radha has been glorified by our acharyas here. And there are some Radhika Astakam prayers here with the glorification of Srimati Radharani. Okay, so this is how here uh, the Chaitanya 70 and 71st, how the Srimati Radharani is as fully spiritual as Krishna. No one should consider to be material. And this is the article I found that, our Rupa Goswami, our Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, and our Chaitanya, our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, and also Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, right? They wrote about this article. I just wanted to highlight how much love for Srimati Radharani. And that's why he came as a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to feel the ecstatic symptoms of Srimati, one of the internal confidential reasons for that. Okay. I'll stop here, dear devotees. And excuse me if I have done something, broken something which is not as per the Shastra. And please help me to correct my mistakes. Hare Krishna. Any questions or any point anybody wants like to bring any points?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you
Hare
so much. Even I joined little late, but it was very nice, like hearing nectar of Srimati Radharani. Like Radhashtami is like coming up next week, right?
Right.
And you were mentioning about Lakshmi. So in one katha, I heard about Lakshmi. Lakshmi always we say relate to our money, right?
Yes.
So Lakshmi, when she is like girl, when she is young, little, she's with her father. But when she becomes adult, we have to marry her with someone, right?
Right.
With someone like that. Our Lakshmi, our money. If it is little, okay. But when we have lot of money, then we have to use that money in dharma, means
Right.
good causes. So I just heard about that. So Lakshmi always she is hankering for Vishnu. She's just going behind Vishnu. So if Lakshmi, there a lot of people have so much money, but they don't know how to spend it, right? If they do like dharma, if they use that Lakshmi in dharma, so she will be always with Vishnu. Means
Right.
everywhere dharma will be there. So I just wanted to share
Very
that.
nice, Mataji. Lakshmi used for the Narayana Seva, Lakshmi Narayana Seva.
Narayana, yes, yes.
Absolutely. Very good point. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anybody else in the call, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Yes,
To understand the Radharani's conjugal love, it's not in my level.
No, even not my level, Mataji, I would say. No, that's why, this rasa dance, these things we don't discuss much often because we have the contaminated minds we are always in the three modes of material nature. We always relate our material activities, which is offensive to the thinking about them. That's why, only when time comes. And that's why Prabhupada in the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, anywhere, they don't talk about these things very often because we are, we are conditioned, and yeah, so you should be very careful also when you understand these points. And
Yes,
it's
this,
not needed for us also because, just chant and be happy. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's beyond our imagination. Yeah, nice point, Mataji. Yeah. Okay, so any more additions? That's why if you go to Vrindavan, etc., everybody says Radhe Radhe, right? Because we have to attract the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Mahavasvarupini, Ladini Shakti, Madana Mohana Mohini. See, Radhika. Okay, here was, I think, if Simesh Prabhu is there. Oh. Okay, if no questions, let us pray our prayers to all the Vaishnava Acharyas. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha Kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namaha namaha. Vaishnavindi ki jai.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, Mataji, I'll stop here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare
thank you, Prabhuji.